Hello and welcome to this program on Golfe TV Africa. Today we are receiving for you a special guest, Dr. Peter Baofu. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Peter Baofu is an American visionary and author of 137 new theories of fictions in 171 books as of June 2021 to provide a visionary challenge to conventional wisdom in all fields of knowledge, that is the social sciences, the formal sciences, the natural sciences, and the humanity, with the aim for unified theories of all the fields of knowledge and also numerous visions of future history in relation to the mind, nature, society, and culture. For instance, two theories of his concern post-capitalism and post-democracy, about why capitalism and democracy will not survive and will be replaced by what he calls post-capitalism and post-democracy in future civilization. I've come across something, then now that you are here, Professor, I want to ask your opinion about it. Do you think the African demography will grow? People think, some people are raising the theory of overpopulation in Africa. Do you think that is real?
This kind of question is also a very interesting question. Look at Nigeria is a good example.
Yeah.
I spoke about Nigeria before. Right now, Nigeria has the biggest population in Africa. Nigeria is not the only one. You go to Egypt, you go to Ethiopia, you go to Tanzania, you go to Congo, you go to Angola. They also have a huge population too.
Yes.
But according to some prediction, Nigeria will probably have the third largest population on Earth. By the end of the century. In fact, the population of Nigeria may even surpass the population of China. Think about it. China right now has the largest population, but the population is declining. Well, the Chinese government, they are quite aware of this problem. Now they are trying to do something. I don't know yet how successful the new policy will be to help China to fix the problem of declining population. They are working on it. But
I think recently they allowed people to have up to 3 children.
Yeah, but my prediction is that it's just a question of time. They are going to abandon all this population control altogether, and it's even more important, not only that, they will encourage people to have more population by supporting them, give them financial support, taxation, and they are working on that, but I don't know how successful this will be. But assuming that they are not very successful, the Chinese population will decline tremendously. Some predictions even say that the population may decline by half by the end of the century. Now that is very dangerous, but I think they're working on it. The Nigerian, on the other hand, is not doing anything on it. So according to the prediction again, Africa will become, by the end of the century, it depends on the prediction, the population in Africa will be very comparable to the population in the entire Asia. And not only in Nigeria, some of the other countries that I just mentioned, they have higher population. Now, is that bad or good that you ask? Well, bad and good. It depends on how you fix that. One of the beauties of having a big population is the demographic dividend, which means that you have more resources, cheap labor, that you can use that to empower yourself. It's exactly China has been doing. China become the manufacturing center of the world because they take advantage of the cheap labor. In America, we often make a joke. Can you beat the China price? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in China, they have cheap labor. The wages are very low. In America, the wages are very high. The minimum wages now is about $50 to $70 per hour. There's a lot of money per hour. In China, they don't even pay you 10% of that. But as they become more and more developed, the wages are going to rise too. So now the question is, can Africa and Nigeria, in this case, take advantage of the demographic dividend? Well, my prediction is that sooner or later this is going to happen, but not as much as you want. Why? Because Africa has a larger problem. Look, security problem, corruption problem, tribal problem, government incompetence and all that. All of this, plus many others. A lot of firms in other companies are very reluctant to invest into Africa. Because of this kind of problem. They cannot make sure that they can make some profit, and you have the sufficient security law and infrastructure and all that to allow them to continue to invest. Ethiopia is making some progress on that.
Yeah.
And that's why Nigeria is a good example. Look at all this money that Nigeria is making with all these resources. In fact, forget about population. Talk about the natural resource investment. If Nigeria were to use all this money, oil money that they have sell to China and other countries, and all this money to support and develop themselves in an efficient way, not in a corrupt way, Nigeria could be very rich right now. In terms of income per capita, Nigeria could be very high in the ranking. Unfortunately, all this money, so much of it, disappeared into where? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's also true in many other African countries. It's not because they are poor. Each year, Africa receives a lot of money from buyers of the resources, not because other power, China and America, do not give them anything. They buy and sell. But what happened to all those money? And foreign aid too, by the way. Now, what happened to all those foreign aids? What happened? You see that? Now, that is the golden moment if you are able to fix that problem. So population is a tremendous problem here in the longer term. But my prediction is that sooner or later, Africa will also undergo some kind of population control too, because this is just exploding. Look, I don't even need to talk about Nigeria. Even in Benin, you go to the street, you see some families.
Yeah.
You see a lot of children here.
Definitely.
Everywhere on the street. Now you go to America, you don't see too many children right
on
there.
the road.
No, they are very quiet. You come to visit a household, they have children too, but they are not so noisy because there are not too many children here. Wow, you go to an African household, the children are very, because there are so many of them.
Yeah.
They are playing outside too.
Well, thank you, Professor, for all these ideas. We are coming to the end of this interview. Thank you, dear viewers, for having us. This is the end of this show. We'll see you later. Thank you for watching.